Oh hey, didn't see you there. My name's Kellen. I'm here to take you on a journey through your quarantine backpack trip. Today we're going to be discovering what it's like to go backpacking in the treacherous terrain of the southwestern Ontario household. So join me, buckle in, and stay in for the ride as I'm going to take you through each step for your beginning backpacking trip while in quarantine. Step 1 to your quarantine backpacking adventure. Figure out what you're going to pack. I mean, you're going to leave so far away from your house that you're never going to be able to return any of the supplies that you bring with you on your journey during this duration. So, you're going to need, for starters, all of these things. Here are a few of my favorite things. I'm going to show you right now what my pack looks like as we journey together through this quarantine adventure. So here are a few examples that I can give of what I like to pack as I pack them up. Alright, as you see here, I've got a few things that I am packing for my backpacking adventure that we're about to take. So over here we've got our backpack. Mine's a 75 liter. That doesn't really matter as we are backpacking in the terrain of the southwestern Ontario household. So size of your pack, as long as it holds everything, should be fine. Generally you want to go for a 50 to an 80 size liter pack. So next we've got our sleeping bag. If you're backpacking for a longer duration or need to fit more stuff in, I like this one because it can become smaller if you just put it in a suction pack. So it does become a lot smaller if you need it to. Next, I don't really have a tent that is significant for long durations. This is a $30 Walmart tent. It's done some good so far for me as I've brought it on several trips. Although if you're going for a longer period of time, or if you need it to be sturdy and strong, I definitely wouldn't choose this tent. Yeah. Next, we've got our sleeping pad. This one's nice. It can fit under the pack, and so it's also very lightweight. But there are some out there that are a lot smaller and a lot less heavy than this one. But it is a good option if you're going for a short trip or even a long duration of time, if you can fit it in your pack or in your gear. Next, we've got our regular tarp. You can bring a few of these. There are ones that fit a lot smaller into different packs, so I would consider those before considering this cheaper option. This one only cost me like maybe $5 at Canadian Tire, so if price is something you want to consider, that there's that. Next, for towels that I bring on the trip, I really like the micro towels because you can fit a lot of them in there, and they get a lot bigger so this one's more of a face cloth, and then this one is more of a full-on just pack towel. Some other things before we move on. So we've got our headlamp, some cards. I always like to travel with cards, regardless of what type of trip it is, because they can you can be there for a long period of time, and you can need some stuff to do, especially in quarantine. So those are a good thing to bring. I also like to bring a notebook for the same reason, also just to document the trip. Also, if you're bored, I also like to bring an instrument along just to lighten the mood. So here I have a light ukulele. This one's plastic, not wood, so then I don't have to worry about it getting broken. It also comes with a case. If you're going in colder terrain or colder environments, I suggest bringing some sort of hand warmer. They're lifesavers, especially if it's a winter camping trip. first aid kit, as well as field guide for first aid. If you do have your whiffer, highly suggest it, or bring someone along who has it, especially if you're going backcountry. And then your first aid kit, perfect. Make sure it's fully stocked. Add some extra things in there. Mine's pretty simple as I only do individual trips. If it were to be a larger trip or you were to be leading a group, I would suggest a larger pack for your first aid kit. This guy here is one of my favorite things. It's a reusable cloth that just can be used with any surface. It's also super lightweight and just easy to bring along. I use it for dishes. I use it for all sorts of things. Great thing to bring. And it kind of acts the same as like a paper towel. Here you have your bug cream and your sunscreen. Those I bring on any trip just because, duh. And then over here, we've got a food set. Yours doesn't need to be as intricate as this one. This one's got a cup, a bowl, a plate, and the cutlery. If you bring the bowl and the cup, you should be fine as long as you bring cutlery as well. You don't need both the bowl and the plate. I generally find. With that, I also like to bring a pocket knife. Mine's a camping pocket knife, just to keep things so you can cut them up if you have vegetables or different foods like that. I also have an individual cook pan and pot. This can fit soup and some eggs in there or whatever you're cooking. So with that, I also would suggest the NOLS Cookery. It's a good book to have and gives you a lot of meals in there. Along with the expedition planning book, if you are going for larger journeys, the NOLS Expedition Planning, great book, check it out. I will leave a link in the description for both of those. And so, other little things, you're gonna need a map and compass for anywhere that you are going, or a GPS. I would suggest bringing both your GPS and your map and compass, as GPSs do tend to malfunction sometimes, and you might want that extra backup just in case. Another safety feature would be a whistle. So bring the whistle with you wherever you go. It allows you to communicate with other people on the trail, or if you're going in a group with other people in your group, it can also be a great tool to use if you're trying to scare off wild animals. Next, we have the 2 Nalgene's. I always bring 2 because I always want one just for backup, in case one breaks or in case I don't have enough water for that time. Whatever, you can bring more with you. Your buff, another safety feature, super great to bring along, as well as your rain gear. So I have a raincoat here. You generally want rain pants as well, and probably some gaiters, maybe if you're going in that kind of terrain. I would suggest them either way. Next, I have my health kit. So this can include toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, deodorant, all of the different self-care things that you might need, medicines if you have them, go in there. My pack has pockets on the side that act kind of like a fanny pack, but if you don't have that on your pack, you can bring a fanny pack as well. Highly suggest, are also fantastic. You're going to want to bring some rope to put up the tarp, to hang a bear bag, all kinds of things like that. Super great to bring along. All of these things, super great to bring with you. There are a few more things that I would bring along if it was a longer journey or a group journey. But for now, this is a fine list. All right, and those are the things that I'm packing today, along with a few snacks for my long and treacherous journey through backpacking in the treacherous terrain of the southwestern Ontario household. All right, now that we've got all our supplies packed up, we're ready to set off on our journey. So follow me as we navigate through the Southwestern Ontario household. Be wary though, because there's a lot of terrain up ahead, so
it's beautiful.
we have to be careful as we're backpacking through the Southwestern Ontario household. So, there's an incline up ahead. Major incline. Make sure to pace yourself when you're going through this. Also watch for deep caverns and things. We've got a little bit of an incline up ahead as we continue to go. Oh wow, look at that view. It's times like these that really just make it worth it, you know, for the whole journey. All right. Wow, that view. Take some pictures there, folks. All right, let's continue. Oh, wow. Okay. There's a little bit of rain. Oh, watch out for the rain. You might want to put on your rain gear for this part. All right. Yeah, make sure you got your rain gear out. Okay, let's continue. Oh, wow. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that truly just amazing, magnifique? Oh, wow. It's kind of interesting. All right. Yeah. Another view. Wow. This is why I love backpacking. Try not to get hit as you're going through this part. It's a little bit dangerous, but you'll make it. All right. You kind of have to double back for this one. It's not a loop. All right. Okay. Watch out for the downward incline as you continue to go. Yeah, watch out for that incline. We've almost made it to our camp spot. Right here. We got a nice place for a fire, and some nice, you can hear the birds chirping in the background. It's really just truly a beautiful spot to be. All right, I think this is a good spot to let the pack off and really just enjoy the nature that's around us and the world that we live in. All right, setting that pack down. It's pretty heavy, so make sure to let your back rest after that long and treacherous hike that we've had. I'm gonna set up camp, and yeah, we're gonna show you how to set up your camp site here in the household. Yeah. All right, so I'm setting up the campsite here. Make sure to watch out for wild animals as they could attack during this time. So make sure to watch out for those. The sun is still shining. We've still got plenty of time, and then we'll be able to cook our meal once we get all of our site set up. All right. Just gonna set up the tent. It's a beauty. Truly a beauty. Make sure to leave lots of space in your campsite for other activities that you might be doing. If it's wet, you might want to put down a ground sheet, or if you suspect that it might be raining. Either way, I would suggest a ground sheet before you set your tent up. Oh yeah. The tactic is to throw them just as far as you can. Oh. Wow, congrats on setting up your campsite. Now it's time to make dessert as a celebration. So I'm gonna show you how to make a banana boat. All you're gonna need is a banana, some chocolate chips, and marshmallows. So I'm using Hershey's Chip-Its cookies and cream. And yeah, I'll show you how to do this. Alright, now that we have the three ingredients, what you're gonna do is you're gonna open up the banana. You're gonna like take out half of the banana. So you're gonna cut out the middle of the banana. You're gonna lay it in the tin foil. You're gonna want to leave a little bit of banana just so you can have that boat. And then you're gonna get your chocolate chips and your marshmallows. Should I open it beforehand? And you're just gonna like lay them in the banana for the boat. You can like shove a few down in there. It's gonna have the same effect as a s'more might have. And so then you're going to get your marshmallows. And these are big ones, so I like to rip them in half and then probably half again. And you kind of just shove them into the banana. Same with all of the different things. And then once you've shoved all of your chocolate chips and marshmallows into the banana boat, those are like little people that live on the boat. Sorry, we're gonna eat them later. And then you're gonna close up the banana like so. It's kind of gonna look a little chunky and a little funky. And then you're gonna wrap it up in the tin foil. Like so. You can put little ends on it, twirl it maybe a little bit. But you want to keep it open enough that you'll be able to see the banana and if the marshmallows have cooked. And then you're probably going to use a camp stove. And you're just going to cook your banana boat over your fire. And then we'll cook that for a little while. All right, now our banana boat is finished. It's a little hot. You can tell it's finished because the marshmallows and chocolate on the inside are all cooked. And then you can just chomp away at it. Thanks, fam. This has been your quarantine adventure. Here we are at our campsite. It's all set up. If you want to learn more about camping or quarantine camping, being in your own little world, you can join me here again for some more videos about maple syrup making and other fun things like that. So feel free to join me as we are in quarantine together. So this has been Cal Barnes, and I am signing off.